everybody, and welcome to this week's Loose Cage SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week. And of course, that person happens to be right here on my right, of course, to your left on your screens. And that is Jillian Hernandez, a senior captain on the Lady Cats. I was going to remember the Lady Cats and Lady Bobcat. Lady Cats soccer team. First and foremost, Jillian, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
So obviously, we, as we do every single time on this, the whole scholar athlete part, of course, the district loves that, so I got to push it, make sure we really get things. So we'll start with the scholar side of it. Okay. So, of course, senior. So I'm sure the classes may not be, of course, I've seen this with a wide range of students where it's either all AP classes, getting ready for college, or it's just a really chill vibe and they're not doing too much. So fill us in. What side are you on when it comes to the academics?
Honestly, I'm just setting myself up for college. I'm not going to say AP classes, but I'm taking anatomy, anything that'll help me further anything for college. So I'm going to take radiology. I'm going to be ultrasound tech. So
they look. I'm glad you just cut into my next question. I love it so much. So radiology tech, kind of what inspired you to do that? Like, what is it? Just like a show? I know we were talking about some shows prior to this and record. So was it like Grey's Anatomy? What was pushing that agenda there?
Honestly, whenever I was growing up, I was always really interested in helping people, and I think just ultrasound tech is my way to go, just to help people out in like the medical field.
Is there anybody within your family currently right now that's in the medical field that's kind of giving you that advice of like you can definitely do this type of deal?
Yeah, my aunt Goya or Claudia, she's a nurse.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And of course, this is still kind of trying to cover the bases of school and everything. Obviously, senior. So let me also clarify: has all your years of high school been essential?
Yes, sir.
So what has been that? Is there any favorite teachers, favorite classes you've taken throughout your time? What's essential?
I would say my favorite teachers are definitely Miss Palmer and Miss Chant. Miss Palmer, she was my art class. She was really chill. I loved her, and I still do. I go to her class every once in a while. Miss Chant, she's my biology teacher, and I love biology. And they both encouraged me throughout my whole soccer and everything, and they've been super supportive. I love them.
Fantastic. Love that so much. And I am going to double back against this towards the end of this interview, but I'm going to ask it now just so I make sure I paint over at least once. You mentioned radiology tech. So is there any desired school you're trying to go to in terms of like out of high school, like college first? Is there like any specific universities, any specific things in that regard so far?
I'm actually verbally committed to Tyler Junior College.
Well, there you go. There you go. Well, that covers the athlete part of things. I'm glad we're getting there. So, obviously, let's dive right into that athlete part. Obviously, part of the girls soccer team, a captain. This is your first year as a captain. You've been a captain. So, talk to me about that process for you. Of course, in a 6A program, obviously, we talk about all the time. Football and everything else. But like 6A soccer is pretty big. I mean, obviously, whole lot of athletes, bigger teams, a lot of athletic players. Talk about that process for you being a captain of a 6A team.
It's had its highs and lows, but honestly, I love it. I look to encourage the girls a lot more. I feel like sometimes whenever we get down on the field, like when we're playing, I look to encourage the girls like not to get down on themselves, and it is a game after all. And it's honestly I loved it, honestly.
Yeah. You're good. What's been some of your favorite memories with just playing on the Lady Cats soccer team?
My favorite memories have definitely been at the tournaments. Yeah. The girls are so goofy on the mic. From staying up late nights and talking and sneaking around, giggling, playing card games, all of it is so fun.
Oh, playing card games. Is there any specifics? Is it big Uno girls? Or
Phase 10, Uno, Cards Against Humanity.
Phase 10, I can never, I definitely get the vibe of it. I can never understand it fully. But Uno, I mean, obviously, you've seen the different versions of it. I've seen those extreme, all wilds. Those are some crazy games if you haven't had a chance to play those. Obviously, Cards Against Humanity. Yeah,
that's fun. I love
that explains itself. I've played that way too many times, and my goodness, I'm just some of the combinations people get. And of course, it's always one of those things of like you got to be able to find the inside jokes of people because they gotta match your humor, or else it's gonna go.
Or it's just gonna
whenever you play Cards Against Humanity, is there any teammates that like you know that you got them every single time the cards are?
I mean, there's Adrena and Katie for sure. I feel like I match their humor a lot. Ayla gets my humor sometimes too.
There you go. Fantastic. Diving more deeper into the athlete side of things, of course, as every athlete that we have on the show, their coaches give us some words to describe the athlete as a whole. So here are some things about Bree, and excuse me if I'm going to forgive me if I say this wrong. Cottle.
Is it?
Cottle, fantastic. Bree Cottle has to say about you. Of course, you led it all 4 years. You captained this year. You're an extremely versatile player, always leads by example and works hard. The preseason MVP of the program based on the inter squad competitions and the all-time CHS girls soccer juggling record holder and specified 2,664. And of course, this year, 3 goals and 3 assists on the season.
Yes.
Obviously, so we'll get into what she said about you later. Talk to us about this juggle record. 226.64?
Yes, sir.
How? Who had the time of like 1, 2, 3, 4?
During practice, we had a huddle set up, and coaches had a certain group aside. If you can get over 100, she just said go as long as we could. And I took that to the next level. I went almost the whole practice. So, 45 minutes? Yeah.
22,664. My goodness. I mean, obviously, I know I'm not the most athletic looking person here, but like, I mean, I played a little street soccer in my day, and I can never juggle even once. So the fact that someone can get over 2,600 times is absolutely crazy. Was there anybody close to you, or was it just you alone the whole practice?
It was kind of just me alone.
My goodness. And of course, 3 goals, 3 assists. Obviously, that's a fantastic deal. Specify for me because I do watch some soccer. What position do you play on the field?
I play center defensive mid.
Center, CDM. See, look at that. See, like, I know things. FIFA's taught me a lot. Anyway, CDM. Dang, 3 goals from a CDM spot. There you go. That's the. Are y'all more of a? Do y'all try to play more aggressive on the ball, or are these just kind of opportunities from some set pieces that you've been able to score from?
More opportunities from set pieces, but I definitely do try to give the girls some through balls so we can be more aggressive on the play.
Fantastic. Let's talk about your season as a whole. Obviously, I know we talked about a little bit more prior to us recording. Recently, you played Friendship. We're not going to talk about that too much from what you told me. So let's talk about some of your other recent matches. Of course, played at home. I'm assuming one of these are probably your senior day match with Midland High and Odessa High. Obviously, came out on top 2-0 and 3-0, or excuse me, 2-0 and 1-0. My apologies. A couple of clean sheets for your squad. Talk about those matchups.
Honestly, we played great those matches. I feel like the girls really connected really well those games, and I'm honestly so proud of them. I couldn't be more proud.
And that's okay. How many seniors are on that team this year?
I want to say 10, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And of course, we always talk about the size of seniors. And of course, seniors are just a natural thing. It's a natural occurrence when it comes to sports, obviously, as anybody who's probably watching this knows. But 10, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, I know we won't talk about that friendship game. Came out with a defeat, and so but according to Max Preps, and of course, I understand a lot of people are going to groan at home because it's not always accurate. Why are you using Max Preps? Because it's the most readily available one. So, if what I'm seeing is correct, you are tied for 4th. Has your coach talked about what's next for the season? Are we seeing playoffs? Are we having to play a tiebreaker match? Is there anything from your coach yet so far?
From what we knew, we had to beat Friendship and hope that Midland High lost to Permian. But since we unfortunately were able to beat Friendship, I don't think we're going to be in the running for playoffs.
Gotcha. Well, I do apologize for that. I'm not trying to get nobody's hopes up. I'm just trying to learn and understand everything as we go because obviously, even though we try our best to follow the team, we can only know so much, and trying to look at the direct standings of things they can definitely be a little bit tough. But talk to me overall, of course, I see from your coach. Let's go back over to some of those early bullet points. Of course, you led it off 4 years. You're captain this year. You're extremely versatile player, and always leading by example and always working hard. What does it mean to you knowing that your coach had some of these things to say about you like that?
I was honestly speechless whenever I found out. Sometimes I'm really hard on myself. So it's really nice to hear that I really am doing good.
Of course, seeing some of these words from your coach, it seems like you're a selfless girl. So always trying to make sure everybody else is good before yourself, and that's always something to be admired by. So it always makes it tough to talk about yourself. We have this every single student athlete. They're all very similar. I know we just talked to a Lakeview athlete a couple weeks ago, and he was very much a little bit tougher to talk about himself until it got to sports, and that's when he really kind of knocked off. But obviously, you talked to us, mentioned earlier, you are verbally committed to. You're committed or signed to play with Tyler?
I'm verbally committed.
Verbally committed to play with Tyler Junior College. Talk to me about that process. What was that recruitment process like? Was it really just Tyler in the process? Was there other schools you're looking at? Was there any 4 years, or was it mainly just JUCOs? What was that like for you?
It was definitely a long process. I put on a STEAM club team, and
Mhm.
there was a few D1s and D2s that had reached out to me, but Tyler Junior College really stuck out to me
Mhm.
from the players and the coaches and the way they play. They really stuck out. And
What,
they have my
what,
heart.
what about it really sticks out to you from the way they play?
They're very they like to give a lot of passes. They're not just like kick the ball and run, which I personally am not like that. I like to pass around, do some what people call tiki taki.
Oh, I love tiki taka. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I do it all the time. FIFA. It's all great.
Yes, but that was really what stuck out to me, and they challenge me a lot whenever I play, and that's what I love.
So obviously, I know when it comes to JUCOs, you only have pretty much a couple seasons, assuming no crazy medical or anything else happening, of course, God forbid. But I'm assuming we're trying to take that future step to play at a bigger school following that JUCO route.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Is there any thoughts of, I guess, the way I'm trying to think about it? Of course, you can never predict 2 or 3 years from now. But if you had that pick, is there any schools that you really like would love to maybe play for one day in the future?
I haven't thought of any yet, to be honest.
That's all right.
I was kind of just looking somewhere closer to San Angelo,
Mhm.
but whatever comes to me, God willing, I'm still playing by then.
I must say, and I know a guy at ASU, maybe he might be able to use a player like yourself. So, talk to me as overall about the. I'm just trying to find a proper way to word it in my head because it kind of was in my head and just ran away from me. Nonetheless, this when it comes to your support system, let's get started there.
Okay.
Of course, whenever you have you're a student, you're an athlete, I'm sure you're committing so much time to your homework, to your classes, to your team. Who's some of that support system that you want to give a shout out to?
My family.
Yeah.
They've sacrificed a lot for me, and my friends are always supporting me, encourage me to do my best.
Yeah.
Even whenever I'm at my lowest, they'll always bring me right back up, and I love them for that.
Nothing wrong with that. We love that. We love a strong family, strong support system for sure. Now, this is a question that I kind of, or excuse me, just thought of the one that I was going to ask if I had to pivot on it. Anyway, of course, soccer. Do you watch any soccer on your own spare time? If you do, who are some of the teams you're rooting for out there?
You know, I used to, and I used to always go for the Portland Thorns women's team.
Oh, yeah?
They have my heart.
Okay.
They have my heart.
Yeah. Because you said used to, so like, do you just not watch them much now? Do you still support them, or is it you have another path right now?
Yeah, I don't watch them as much anymore, but I still do support them. I try to check up with them every once in a while.
And then, of course, I know when it comes to a CDM, and there's some players you can point to, but let's just say the general player. Is there anybody in the modern or even in the past that inspire you in your play style as a soccer player?
Oh, there's honestly a lot.
That's fine. Just roll them out there. Who's really someone's big inspiration?
Even if they're not CDM, Messi is always a big one. I always love his style. Yeah, he's a go.
He's a go.
And then even Tobin Huth, even though she's not in the midfield, I also like her style of play too. And Marta. I don't know. You heard Marta? She's got the skills.
For sure. Sticking on to that athlete path, and this is a little bit of a fun question I like to ask all the athletes that I talk to. What's that go-to song or artist when you're getting ready for a game or a match, or even when you're like in the weight room training? Like what's that go-to song or artist that you like to listen to?
It's I don't listen to hype music. I don't know why it just doesn't.
You'd be surprised how many times somebody hit me with the classical. Somebody came in with a Beethoven one. So I'm like, it's okay. Whatever you can tell me, it's not going to be really weird or anything.
I usually listen to like Mazzy Star or Daniel Caesar.
Huh?
They just get me in my zone. I don't know why. They just get me calm, collected.
Any specific songs?
No, I like them all. I like the whole discography.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Now, this is that point where I definitely try to ask a question that apparently hits a lot of the feels, so I apologize if it does for you or maybe some of your support system that's here with us today. Who is, and this could be any way you want to interpret it, who is your biggest inspiration and why?
Okay. I don't have one specific person.
That's fine. I've had people name me, give me a whole list of people, so it's okay.
Okay. But I would say, like, my whole family, from both my older brothers, my dad and my mom, they're all my biggest inspirations. They sacrificed a lot throughout my whole soccer season, and I wouldn't be here without them. And I love them for that.
That's great. You smile over. We love that so much. Well, Jillian, it was amazing to meet you. I appreciate you being on the show. And of course, thank you all on social media and everywhere on Concho Sports for watching this week's edition of the Loose Cage SAISD Scholar Athlete of the Week, Jillian Hernandez with the Lady Cats soccer team. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.